Good morning, it is Jane, and today is January the 6th. Who's ready for a cowl? Today, what I thought I would show you is what I have gathered together for resources for our cowl, and our cowl will start tomorrow. And tomorrow I have really looked at Periscope. Periscope has some advantages, however, it has a lot of disadvantages. One of the disadvantages is the video is only up for 24 hours. So by using that video, I would actually have to watch it on my phone, connected to my computer to film it so that it could be uploaded to Facebook. So I've decided that I'm just going to do it like a normal video. Zoom was an iffy, but I think what I had, the vision that I had for this was not working out the way I wanted it to work out. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to film like I would normally do, like a tutorial type thing. But I am going to put a post up in the group for you to choose the stitches you would like to put into this shawl. And I'm going to have you use that from the crochet chart symbols. And don't worry, we're not going to use symbols, but I'm going to tell you what you might want to consider having on hand for the cowl. Because part of this was an attempt to teach you also to read crochet patterns. So I'm going to suggest you have a notebook or some kind of pad where you can write the pattern down as we do each row. This will help you see how a lot of people design shawls. It will help you also look to see how sometimes you look at it and say, that didn't look right in the wording, and we'll fix that as we go to where in the end we have a nice pattern that I can type up and put up on the group page on Facebook so that everybody can just download it and see if theirs came out the same way, you know, that kind of thing. You'll want writing instruments, pen or pencil, crayons, colored pens, pencils, whatever. You know, something fun to write with. I tend to do little different things all the time. You want your crochet hook. That's a necessary. Now I'm going to use a J, but you can use any size hook you want, any type of yarn. I told you I was going to use scraps, and I have a lot of these pieces left over from that one shawl that I color controlled, and a couple more of those cake sweet rolls in the it was Candy Shop in the cool mint color that I'm going to use. They're all scraps, they're all, you know, hanging around, and I thought I would just turn those into a shawl, you know, leftovers like this. So that's what I'm going to use. You can certainly use just one skein of yarn, two skeins of yarn, because you'll get to decide if you want it to just be a little shawlette, or if you want it to be a bigger shawl, or even a bigger shawl, because you can just add in there to repeat certain rows. So, yeah. The dates that I have planned for this is tomorrow, the 7th, the 9th, the 14th, and then the 16th for finishing or any whatever. Now, on the Facebook group, we'll do a lot of questions, answers, those kind of things, if you would like to do that. Just because it's just not going to work out the other way that I have planned. You know, I have these visions that it'll work certain ways, and it just didn't come come out. So I'm going to, down below, I'm going to link a resource, and there are two. One of them is this page, Crochet Symbols. I thought we just would use these symbols alone today for stitches. And that comes from yarnstandards.com. It's a PDF. You download it, you can print it. This one is Crochet Abbreviations. And that's going to come in real handy for you when you start learning to read. You'll get to see those, and as we build the shawl, it should help. Now, this one came from swifttips.com. It's a little interesting the way that you go to find this. You don't look at it and see a real PDF, but there's a button on there for download, and it just talks about crochet abbreviations. That's where I got it from. It's real simple, easy. It was a PDF. It just, the site looked a little weird. A lot of it is just a lot of different things, crochet, knit, standard things at that website. So the crochet abbreviations, I think, are real important for people to learn what those abbreviations are and how they correspond to the pattern itself. For those of you that read a pattern, you probably already know all of these. I saw a couple that I thought, oh, I don't think I've ever seen that abbreviation. And then I realized, I have seen those abbreviations. I just didn't recognize them. But yeah, that's it. Like I said, I'm going to get that filmed and set up so that you can see the first part of it. I'm going to go ahead and just start a first part. And it is going to be a basic start to the shawl that I like to do, because I like to have a little bit of warmth covering before I start adding all those different stitches. And that's what I'm going to put up tomorrow, and show you how the increases go and how it would be written out. Inexcusable voice. It's a combination of allergies and the cold. And we got a little snow last night. And for some reason, it really affects that vocal cord that's the only one that I have working. So sometimes it does sound like I'm hoarse or whatever, but I'm really not. It's just the vocal cord itself. So I'm going to leave those links down below, and I'll see you again tomorrow, and we'll get started.